Hello. Good afternoon. How's it going, Clint? Hello, sir. How's it going, Luca? Hello. How's it going, Napruta? Thank you, Ruben. I'm very cold at the moment. It's one of the coldest it's ever been here, and we don't have central heating. I haven't checked the Milan weather since I suppose. Ah, shit.
Good afternoon, my dear spoiler.
It's actually not even that far off here, you know. Nah, it's gonna be raining.
Truly a sight that brightens anyone's day.
Hello,
I
OC.
hope your weekend has been nothing
Hello,
short of
sir.
relaxing
You're
and
looking
filled with
awful
memories
today,
and
as usual.
remembrances.
Thank you for the
You have such
observation.
an
Oh my
uplifting presence,
MC.
and I can't help but admire how you seem to embody both elegance and warmth so effortlessly. Wishing you continued bliss and energy as we celebrate the beautiful game. Viva el football.
Thank you, sir.
Soccer
Thank you for
balls
the
fly
kind
over
words,
the
MC.
300.
Appreciate it, sir.
Good afternoon, Perth.
MCFC. What do you think about my FPL? I made one transfer. I took out Bowen, I brought in Gordon, and I went triple Newcastle. This should give you guys a hint for this game coming up. I haven't had Salah since the start. So for me, I've always looked at it as Salah or Haaland, and I've stuck with my boy. And I believe he will pay me dividends in the second half of the season. This will give you guys an indication of where I'm going with the Spurs Newcastle game, which is currently interesting. 64% have gone with Newcastle, so the majority have gone with a Newcastle win, and obviously I am part of those people. As you can see, the FPL has a correlation with the who knows ball, especially if I've gone heavy and back that triple. So I'm hoping that we can start the day off with a Newcastle win, which for me, the odds are completely wrong. I don't know why they gave Spurs this much of a chance. I think it's easy money. How's it going, Jesper? Thank you for the gifted sub to I can't read that language. Oigel, thank you for the 1 year. How's it going, Ben? Thank you for the 17. Don't hurt your asparagus today. No more darts for you. Suck it, loser. Stand up. If you hate the darts, stand up. If you hate the darts. You know the shit I had to read this morning, by the way. These fucking freaks are claiming that fat fuck said excuse of an athlete that they have. They're claiming that he's better than Pele was at 17 and all that fucking shit, man. I'm in honest disbelief at what I'm reading. These genuine grade A freaks, man. And it's no coincidence that this generation is literally pretending like darts is one of the best sports and are putting it on that level. Crazy shit, man. Because they can relate. Fatties relate to fatties. It's always been like that. Messi Oppenheimer, tag me. Amori says 106 in Arteta's for my team. I had to take a -4. No way. You had to take a -4, Amori. Because you played the wildcard very early, right? But so you're 106. That's so crazy that you're 106, by the way. Raya, Saliba, Trent, Kerkes, Aina, Embuemo, Salah, Palmer, Elanga, Isaac, Gabriel Jesus. The Elanga one is interesting. I was slightly considering it. I like Kerkes. It's a strong team you have, Amori. But Where I feel like you guys are going to mess up is not having Haaland. If you watched Haaland against Leicester, you would understand that Haaland is extremely, extremely sharp. Salah cannot sustain it. Haaland's on the rise. So, like, you have to be quick to switch to Haaland. That's the advice I can give you guys. You still know Salah. Yeah, obviously tomorrow is not looking good, but we'll see. Newcastle in the pink, Spurs in the white. Let's sync the timer, and then away we go. How's it going, Tony? Thank you for the 21. Steek says Czech goalkeeper Antoine Kinski is going to Spurs, kinds here. As an Arsenal fan, I'm not happy with it. He's very good, and for me, he is already better than Vicario. Antoine Kinski. I've never heard of him. But obviously Spurs need a second goalkeeper. Good afternoon, Ski. Amori, do you have anything to say regarding Vinicius' actions from yesterday? Do you have anything to say regarding the luck that you got yesterday, or you don't want to deal with it or acknowledge it? Your bench has improved. That's true, I suppose. The two players that are missing, they can play. After they're back, and they'll be pretty good squad players for you. Tag me to the message. It was a yellow card. They both pushed each other. So sad. Breaking. President Joe Biden will award Lionel Messi the Presidential Medal of Freedom. No way. Do you guys know how prestigious that is? For Messi to get that in, and only being in the United States for like 1 year, that's incredible. They only give these like Medal of Freedoms to like usually like they're the top people, like they're elite Navy SEALs, or like people that have obviously accomplished incredible things in that country. Wow. Messi getting the Presidential Medal of Freedom while Ronaldo's not even allowed in the greatest country in the world. That's for me already yet another important distinction between the two.
Ronaldo can't get that cause we know why he can't go to the States.
Deep Power says, my analysis was short and sweet. I've gone 2-0 Newcastle.
Almost 2 years, kind sir.
Corner Spurs. I agree with you, Deep Power. I didn't have too much time either to take with the analysis. I do think both teams will score. That's why Newcastle coming into this game with 5 back-to-back clean sheets. No, 4. 5 wins in a row. 4 back-to-back clean sheets. Oh, what a short corner that was by... Is that Timo Werner? This guy is a disgrace to football, honestly, man. Did you guys see that short corner this fucker playing? How's that even possible? How can you misplace a pass from a freaking corner? Mado, Bergvall, now then. The... Trouble. 1-0 Spurs. Solanke scores. Newcastle's clean sheet streak comes to an end. Pedro Porro with an incredible delivery. Solanke with an even better header. 1-0 Spurs. What a header that was. Ooh. That's the thing with that's the thing with Porro, isn't it? But look at what Bergvall does before that, by the way. His ball carrying was sensational, but this ball from Pedro, I mean, that's unbelievable, you know? I think E.T. would have scored that one. We can all be critical of his defensive abilities, but like, wow. Solanke didn't even make a run or anything. Like, it was just simply Porro putting a delightful ball, and then Solanke, all he had to do was just meet it and head it in. Wow. Incredible. Wow. Oh, look who's at the stadium. Tuchel. Corner Newcastle. Yeah. 2 years, boss. I've got a $20 bet. Spence card. Spurs halftime, full time, and both teams to score no. No way. Well, you're looking good already here. There's no way Spurs keep a clean sheet, bro. You're freaking crazy, though. Who's this goalkeeper? Is he better than Forster? Surely not. Can he be that much worse, though? Let's investigate. Mado. Mistake. Here we go. Gordon, who's in my FPL? Anthony Gordon. 1-1. Just like that. Just like that. Just like that. Come on, man. Bruno Guimaraes with the assist. There's a chance it may be a handball. Gordon's looking a little bit like he feels guilty. It could be a handball. Gordon's not really celebrating like... Let's see. Here. Bergvall to... Yeah. That's a handball. It's a handball. I figured from Gordon's celebration. What a finish, though, by Gordon, and obviously the goalkeeper showing that doesn't look like he's going to be able to really save many shots today. So, who is this goalkeeper, anyways? Wait, goal given. What the fuck? Goal given. What? I'm in disbelief. How on earth has that been given? Nah, that's crazy. That's a shocking decision. Wow. Wow. FPL is off to a flyer, though. I don't understand how that doesn't get ruled out. I have no idea. I mean, if Joelinton's hand is in there, the ball goes through. That's a shocking decision. Yet again, from the Premier League, VAR referees, disaster. But we'll take it. We'll take it. We'll absolutely take it. That's a crazy decision. It was by his side. Come on, bro. What do you mean it's by his side? Remember, it's different whether someone's in the box and you're given a penalty. Either way, Spurs look like they're going to be in trouble here, eh? Because that goalkeeper, let's have a look again. Brendan Austin, 25 years of age. He's been at Spurs since 2017. He went on loan to Viborg, then went to Orlando. So basically, this fucker is barely playing. He's barely ever kicked the ball. MC says, speaking of honorary awards, sir, do you have the Shirka G Republica, which is the highest honorary award in Malta? I wasn't even aware. I don't have it, no, but like I hope by the end of my time I will be able to collect that award. I wasn't even aware Malta had such an award. And Nino says, almost 2 years. Much love, sir. Amori says, Real will bid again for Trent in the last days of the window, similar to Mbappe in 2021. If you bid 30 million, surely Liverpool should take it. Or will Liverpool's logic be, well, let's just get this Premier League title? But then they always pick up Bradley. So, like... Fuck off, says Michael. But Michael, at some point... there has to be a certain price whereby you have to take it. They won't. But Real Madrid know what they're doing because they desperately need Trent in January as well. I'll accept 60, says Michael. 50. They should just go for Dumfries instead. Dumfries could be available to you guys. 100 million. Sorry. So I know I said 100 million. 40 million. Much love, Tony. No way. No way. Solanke again. Bloody hell. What a game we have here, man.
How are you doing?
What a game. Lenny, much love for the 33. How's it going, bossman? It's so funny watching the Spurs team. To be fair, they got robbed, man. How that stood, I have no idea. But we'll take it. I'm doing even better, Louis, now that Gordon has scored and I transferred him in. Dan says if we can get his replacement now, sell him and lock the door behind him. Wow. Crazy. After everything Trent done for the club. Amori says it's all on Trent. If he pushes to leave, it will happen 100%, but I don't think he will, so more likely free agent in June. Okay. Understood, Amori. Thank you for the update, sir. So yeah, you believe if Trent wants to push, it will happen. Oh, oh, oh. Oh. I swear I heard the whistle. What am I seeing? Oh yeah, I did hear a whistle. How's it going, Edwards? Madrid squad is stacked. Is there any players you think they could offer Liverpool for Trent? Huakchu? But then you guys would have to add like that's the dilemma. And it's tough to do player swaps because realistically Real Madrid hold all the power, knowing that they're just bring him on a free transfer in the summer. No thanks. You guys wanted him. He's ass, keep him. What about Ferland Mendy? Would you guys take Ferland Mendy, knowing the problems you have at left back?
Maddo.
Ferland Mendy for Trent. Low-key, that makes sense, nah? Salty, thank you for the 15. Much love, sir. It's crazy. Amori was always right about Mendy, but Zedmo Hadinho always believed in him. Trent won't be able to have number 66. Who wears number 66 for Real Madrid? Or is the squad number not even possible? Over there. Cold Kyrie. La Liga's 1 to 25. Ah, so that's why you never see high numbers. Oh, that makes sense. 1 to 25. That's so cold. Oh, that should be global, by the way. I can't stand all these freaking numbers. You know what? I may do that in goals. I may cap goals to 1 to 25. Yeah, that makes sense. What happened here? Joelinton and Bergvall. Oh, Joelinton ends up elbowing him in the face. Bergvall, though, I like this kid, you know. We seen even against Manchester United in the Carabao Cup when he absolutely slammed Bruno in the ground. He's not scared of anybody, Lucas. What a throw. What the hell is that? What am I seeing in this game? Nah. Porro just literally threw the ball. Did you want it? Was it Ronaldo or Ronaldinho with 80 at Milan? Ronaldinho. Daniel Levy has blood on his hands. If he ever dares to sack Madeball, this is for the football purists. Goals galore, zero tactics, end-to-end chaos. Wait a minute, is that fucking... He's back! He's fucking back! That's fucking Tonio 311. Oh, fucking cat. The fuck? I haven't seen this dirty beef lizard in freaking ages. Laser Shark is back. Fucking cat. Oh. Eesh. The hell has he come from? Joe Wellington does about 8 yellow card offenses a game. Yeah, I heard Hoodie. They told me the Czech goalkeeper, right? Spurs, it's crazy, man. Since that City game, in the league, I think they've only won one game, which would have been that crazy Southampton thrashing. Aside from that, they haven't won one. How can you beat City away 4-0 and then win only one game? Damn, Solanke is looking very sharp, you know. Yellow card, Dan Burn. Olmo Bombasso. What happened, Amori? Justin. After intensive meetings, La Liga and RFEF have agreed not to register Danny Olmo. What the hell am I seeing? There's no way. What the fuck kind of saga is this, man? Wait a minute. Wasn't there like some Barcelona Twitter account yesterday tweeting that Laporta was popping champagne in the office? There's no way, man. These guys are... Nah. Netflix, man. I don't know what the hell these guys are doing, man. They should be making a series about Barcelona. This is comical shit, man. I can't, man. I can't. Honest to God, man. Oh, Barca fans are claiming it's fake. Oh, they're claiming it's the Real Madrid source that have said that. Ah. We'll see what happens. We'll see. We'll await further confirmation. Shit source, but I won't be surprised if it's true. Their source is Gerard Romero. Ha ha ha. Neymar to Barca. Amori. Look at Verde. Have you got any tips against a headache? Yeah, next time, no, don't drink as much as you did yesterday watching that shitty sport. Good afternoon, Easterbrook. We're off to a good start in everywhere. Especially in FPL. I transferred an Anthony Gordon for Jared Bowen and immediately he scores for me. So we're looking very good. Oh, Bergvall chat. Ma che jogador. Nah, Bergvall is not shying away from the duel against Joe Wellington at all. Yeah, this is what I cooked for this weekend. This is what I cooked. We're off to a pretty good start. I mean, Lewis Hall, no clean sheet, but that was to be expected. He's there hopefully for an attacking return. What games will you watch today? The usual, everything. Chat, you can keep laughing at no Salah. Sure, it's not looking good for tomorrow. But you guys gotta understand, the season is long. Sure, having no Salah has affected me deeply in both FPL and Who Knows Ball so far. However, logic says it's literally impossible for Salah to sustain this. Here we go, Isaac to Gordon. Gordon again. Shoot on sight. 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 Good defending, Botman. So good yesterday, Hamsik. If Ten Hag was in this position like Amorim, you would predict a win tomorrow. Guess what? Ten Hag wouldn't be in this position though in January. That's for damn sure, freak. Another source has spoken. Is it over? 7-0, by the way. Yet since Ten Hag's time, since Ten Hag arrived in England, he had a bigger legacy in England than Jurgen Klopp. So, or any other manager for that matter. So congratulations on that 7-0. Second most successful manager after Pep Guardiola in England since he arrived, which still applies to this time as well. Listen, Dero, the goal should have been suspended because you could tell even from Gordon's reaction, he wasn't even celebrating the goal. It was one of a surprise. Spurs deserve to be in the lead, make no mistake about it, but this is football in England at the moment. It's incredible to me. The worst officiated league, at least in the top 5. I wouldn't be surprised if it's even in the top 10 or top 15. Shocking. Slot is already bigger than 7 Hag. What a trophy for Arne Slot in England. And don't forget what used to happen in the Netherlands. You wouldn't know, Premtard, but Eric used to tap him on his bald hand. Foul. What's your opinion about today's NBA? I heard that not many people are watching NBA as much as they used to, and I predicted that. I asked people, I told people, so that's what's going to happen. American football is so far clear of NBA. NBA is such a low skill gap sport that once the superstars leave, which is basically LeBron and Steph and whoever else is left, once they leave, I don't know how many will still be watching the sport. It's a sport that has become pussified as well, I call it. And we're running the risk that football could also end up like that. Oh, that's another handball. This time it's given. Now, what's the difference between that and the other one? Absolutely nothing. Oh, Spurs fans are asking for a double yellow here. He's already yellow carded. Ooh. By the official rules, I think Dan Burn is very, very lucky there not to be sent off. He did try and avoid it, to be fair. He did try to avoid it. Did you know that in 1920 Slot was going to beat Ten Hag to the title with AZ Alkmaar if it weren't for COVID?
Happy 6 months, my good.
Oh, really? Did you know that Dan LFC back in 2018 was on course to become a sports athlete if it wasn't for pizza, if it wasn't for McDonald's? And look at him now. The fat fuck. Much love, K Nasty. Thank you for the 6. Hello, sir, says Haval. Do you believe Inter 2024 is better than Inter 2010? We had better individual ability back then. So no. But we played the best football I've ever seen Inter play. MC says, does Liverpool have the worst pull out of all the big clubs? They do. They do. When's the last time Liverpool have signed a bona fide superstar? Ready-made. I would probably have to go all the way back to 1996, which would have been Jari Litmanen. And even he was towards the end of his career. Actually, that would have been later. It would have been 99. So he would have been late in his career. Thiago. Man said Thiago, bona fide superstar. What the fuck are you talking about? Virgil van Dijk, a bona fide superstar from Southampton. Are you stupid? Uh-oh. It's only Timo Werner, but it's a dangerous counter-attack. Gordon has to track back. And look at Gordon outpacing Werner. Incredible. Did MC. Balotelli. We make superstars, we don't buy them. That's true. But you do have to question the pull. Who has the most pull in England? If Manchester United pull off Osimhen from 14th, I don't think there's any questions or debates. To be fair, Manchester United were able to bring in Casemiro despite not even playing Champions League football, which was, I couldn't believe it at the time. Incredible. So I probably would say Manchester United. I don't think any other top 6 club in Manchester United's position would even dream of attracting any of the players that they have got, like Matthias de Ligt, for example, even though people will disrespect him. Like Onana, who was, of course, the best goalkeeper or top 3 goalkeeper in the world at that time. Isaac. Man said Chelsea. You do realize part of that pull is United are willing to give them insane wages, unlike Liverpool. Yeah, part of it, but you also got to understand, like Liverpool, you just have that eternal problem of being in Merseyside, unfortunately. Not that Manchester is that much better, but they can live more on the outskirts in Manchester. Corner Newcastle. I don't understand why City are going for Marmoush. Why not? Doesn't this go against your theory on Haaland being a good footy player? What? What are you talking about, idiot? Marmoush can play any position across the front line. Kulu, stop. Kulusevski's season has gone a bit under the radar because of how bad Spurs have been. Whoa, what happened? Someone's ended up in the net, not the ball. That's true, JP. That's a very good point. Tap and nuke. It's Danny Olmo, isn't it? It's over. It's been confirmed. Barca fans were claiming that it was a shit source. However, it looks like indeed it has been confirmed. No Danny Olmo registration for Barcelona. Barcelona will go to court. Wow. The incredible saga continues. Barcelona were celebrating yesterday, believing they were successful in their attempts to sign. Oh no. To register Olmo. If Isaac didn't touch that ball, Gordon would have made it too. Fuck, man. What a ball by Bruno Guimaraes. Madre mia, que jugador. So what happens now with Olmo? That's the question. Laporta has to resign. Has to. Olmo to Liverpool makes so much sense. He'll be perfect for them. Do you guys know how crazy that is? Paying 60 million for a player, which was basically Barcelona's entire budget, on one player, and then not being able to register him for the second half of the season. And apparently, I don't know exactly how this works, but Dani Olmo can leave, join another club, and Barcelona will still be forced to pay him his entire salary. Unbelievable. That club, it's honestly a complete and utter shit show. How is that even possible? And Amori was the first to break the news again, chat. Wow, man. Here we go. Bruno Guimaraes in space. He's been running the show. It's basically a 4 against 4. Corner. Poor ball that one was from Gordon. Nah, man. But they're getting Haaland and Leao next summer. I don't know. Olmo to City. I don't know. It's tough to tell what's going to happen. But yes, Olmo is technically a free agent. Oh. Again, the goalkeeper. Oh, sorry, and Newcastle player has ended up in the back of the net. To be fair, the goalkeeper's dealing with these corners better than Vicario would. People say it's Messi not realizing how much money he brought to the club regardless. It's ridiculous. Ignore them. Cringe fan base. How's it going, Nicholas? How's it going, A1? What are thoughts on these darts comparing Luke Littler with the likes of young football athletes like Lamine Yamal? Never mind Lamine Yamal. I was seeing comparisons with freaking Pele. That what he achieved yesterday is a bigger achievement than what Pele achieved in 1958 by winning the World Cup and scoring in the World Cup final and semi-final. Honestly, like I said, for me, it's the perfect epitome of this upcoming generation. They can relate to Luke Littler. They cannot relate to Lamine Yamal. So that's what it basically comes down to. Luke Littler, there's a lot of similarities between this upcoming generation and him. FIFA rats, FIFA tards, fat, overweight, and they love eating food. Greasy takeaway food. And the only sport they can compete in are these sports which require basically no physical effort whatsoever. So that's all it comes down to. Absolutely pathetic. And then people wonder why England are in trouble on a sporting level at the moment. Crazy. I fully agree. It's not a sport. It's not a sport. It's not a sport. Slot came to the league, spent nothing, sent your boy that spent 600 million packing, and now he is jobless. Yet Ten Hag has won 8 more trophies than your boy has won. So, yeah. Be careful with the comparisons, Nimwit. Tonali looking for Isaac. Isaac versus Dragosin. Dragosin does well. Isaac's been relatively quiet so far. Thank. Attention, Bombasso from Rossify. There is an amber weather warning for snow and ice in place from 6 p.m. to 12 p.m. Sunday over Merseyside. This could affect the game tomorrow. And they talk about global warming, man. Every single weekend there's like a storm. Incredible. Goal! Isaac! 2-1. See! 2-1 Newcastle. It could be an own goal. I think it's Isaac. I think Isaac touched the ball. 2-1 Newcastle. Come on. Fuck, I wonder if Isaac captain was the play. We'll see. I think it's Isaac scoring. I'm pretty sure he touched it last. I think it hit off Dragosin and then onto Isaac. FPL is flying. Let's see. And I said Isaac was quiet and then he scores 2 minutes later. But it's Bruno Guimaraes who's at the heart of everything. Everything that Newcastle have done well. He's onside. Yes, an Isaac goal. Isaac goal. Isaac goal. Another goal for Isaac. It's Isaac. It's Isaac. Isaac touched it. I thought about captaining him, but I went with Haaland. So wait a minute. Make sure, those of you guys that have Salah captain, make sure you guys check who you have as vice captain, because if what Rossi's saying here is accurate, then we could be seeing the United-Liverpool game be postponed. Murphy, man of the match so far. I fully agree. Everything, it's coming down his side. Nah, I disagree. Bruno Guimaraes, sensational player. Little snow and ice never hurt anybody. I'm with you, Drake. I'm with you. I was thinking of subbing Embremo out for Gordon, but I had to stick with him for Southampton. I trebled up on Newcastle, man. The only thing missing now is Lewis Hall combining with anybody and gets an assist. You got to feel a little bit for Spurs, to be honest with you, because obviously that first goal should have been disallowed, but they're too mentally weak, unfortunately. Everybody's talking about Forest, chat, but low key. Newcastle playing one game a week. They'll be now level on points with Chelsea. They've already played away. They still. Second part of the season, they got to go away Liverpool. They got to go away City. They got to go away Arsenal. It's a bit tough. It'll be tough. But I thought Eddie would get. He's shit. If it was anybody else other than Eddie, they'll be top of the league or near the top, because it took him months to realize that Tonali's better than Longstaff. So please don't put this on the manager. They can't get close to Bruno at the moment, Spurs. And if they're not going to stop him, this is going to keep getting even worse. How's it going, Patrick? I think that's a corner. That should have been a corner. Bruno G, by the way, man. Mad. I'm obsessed with watching him play. Look, he's everywhere. He's roaming around everywhere. Where the ball is, Bruno Guimaraes is. Sensational. That's a corner.
Hello, kind sir. Hope your holidays went extremely
Poor
well.
from Lewis
Best
Hall
of luck
again,
for the
man.
new year. May
He's
all
been the
your
weakness
desires come
today.
into fruition.
No, you were so right about him, MC. Look at Porro, dearie me. Dearie me. No, Caicedo's still above him. Hamas says, interesting fact, Eric schooled Arteta on his debut season under using Eriksen as a second striker, beat Pep twice with a comeback, schooled Conte Spurs, beat a tough Newcastle side in the Carabao Cup final. Yep, you're right about that. Lovely. Hang on a minute. Gordon. Oh. And knocked out an informed Barcelona team. He did. Which is some achievement in a side that had Fred, Lindelof, Maguire, Sancho, Martial, Luke Shaw, and Wan-Bissaka, but still got hated on. Preach, Hummus. How's it going, Toast? Thank you, sir. Much love. Best New Year's wishes to you as well. With now 7 Premier League goals in a row and the upcoming Newcastle games, you saying Isaac could equal or even break Vardy's record? Oh, that's a good question. Who do Newcastle have? So he's 7 in a row. The record is 11, right? Let's see. So, Wolves, Bournemouth at home, Southampton away. So this could be 8, 9, 10, 11, and then City away. Fuck. He can easily hit the 11 in a... Well, easily. He can hit 11 in a row. No doubt about it. Then they obviously got these 3 really, really tough matches. Tell you, man. Tell you what. That record will stand for a while. It's possible. Yeah, okay. Yeah, by that point, we're probably looking at a City team who will have Marmoush. They'll have another midfielder, another centre-back added. Salah would be on 11 right now if he scored against Fulham. Yeah. And I'll be on 13 if I never got my career-threatening injury. It's just, if wishes were vicious, the word would be an ocean right now. Mistake again by Sar. Do you think Newcastle have the best fullback pairing in the league? Maybe not at the moment, but if they keep hold of both of them, yes, in the upcoming years, they could be the Robertson and Trent in the from the past, 100%. Not necessarily at the moment. I mean, Lewis Hall at the moment is having a pretty bad game. He's everywhere. Bruno's there again. And again, they give him the ball. He's playing this roaming playmaker position to perfection at the moment. Oh. Since we are on the subject now, they are saying we are shit. Have you noticed they aren't spamming 115 anymore? It's almost like it was just a coping mechanism of their teams being shit and needing something to blame. Not they actually care about the rules, says MCFC. It's a very, very valid point. I have noticed that the 115 have basically stopped because it's almost like, well, if you're going to bring in Marmouche, then it's very much looking like you'll be cleared of all charges. Fascinating, MC. so. Of course. Tonali is the biggest reason for Newcastle's change in form, no doubt about it. Nothing has changed in the team. It was just him coming in for long stuff. Really liking Bergvall, though, the way he played today. Him and Kulusevski and Solanke, those are the three players that have stood out for Spurs. What 3 p.m. game are you watching? That's a good question. Should we be live from Selhurst or live from the Etihad? We'll have both matches. Oh, mistake by Archie Gray. Gordon looking for Isaac. He does find Isaac, but his first touch for a change let him down. Remember when people were doubting the signing of Solanke? Listen, I'll admit I was questioning the price they paid for him. I think he's been absolutely fantastic this season. Even when he doesn't score, he has good games. Halftime, Spurs 1, Newcastle 2, boos again ringing around the stadium. Spurs are definitely in a predicament. Are there players that can change the game for Spurs on the bench? Of course, Son is there, but we don't know the condition that Son is in. Madison as well. Apparently, both players aren't exactly fully fit. Them aside, it's looking pretty bleak. as things stand, Newcastle would go up to 35 points. Same amount of points as Chelsea, obviously with a game more. Been on a brilliant streak. And the next matches are looking pretty kind as well for them. Will you be tuning in on Monday night for the start of that John Cena farewell tour? Richie, I suppose not everybody can be perfect. Yeah. An Inter fan and a tremendous character is Richie, but he's still watching the WWE in 2025. Oh well, can't have it all, I suppose. Tack. Chelsea have been given the chance to re-sign Mark Guay this month, as Liverpool, Newcastle and United have all ruled out significant signings in the window. Didn't Palace ask for like 70 million or something like that? Imagine going back to pay 70 million for a player that you had and you let go. So, FPL, we are absolutely on fire already. Gordon's got 6, Isaac's got 5. Hopefully, Lewis can give us a cheeky assist. So far, so good in FPL. A lot of players playing today for me. Haaland has the captain's armband as he plays against West Ham United at home today. If you look at some of the goals that West Ham gifted Liverpool last week, I would hope that Haaland gets a minimum of 3 goals today, but obviously we'll see, because it seems like for some reason when teams come up against Liverpool, they're falling apart versus when they play other teams. So we'll see. Bit of trivia for you. Who was the last Manchester United player to score at Anfield? It would have been in Jose's final match, which he lost 3-1, which he got sacked. The goal scorer, if I'm not mistaken, was Juan Manuel Mata. I could be wrong though. I think it was Mata. Or was it Rashford? Surprised you're showing your face after Valencia or draw, you embarrassment. There's no way. There's no way someone that was watching the darts is coming in here criticizing my perfectly analyzed, accurate spoiler, having not even seen one of the games of the season yesterday between Valencia and Real Madrid. Yeah. Stay in your lane, fella. What's up, Fide? This is what I was going to send you last night. Thank. Wait, so you genuinely believe, Rossi, that he's better than his brother? Let's have a look, kinds here. The way he moves, it is similar, isn't it? Like it's like Jude Bellingham. For some reason, it looks like they're moving in complete slow motion, but somehow they're able to get past players. I'm not exactly sure how they do it. Holy shit! Yeah, nah, they are similar. A lie? Genetics, says MC. It is. Yeah, he's got that trademark. Yeah, that's literally what Jude does, that fake shot. That's crazy. He's got that slide tackle as well. The physical strength. Mado. Look at that. Now then. not then. Nah. Cold. That same, or rather similar, box crashing ability. Seen a lot of slide tackles as well. To be fair though, people forget how good Jude is at slide tackling, but he's playing a bit further up the pitch, so he doesn't do it as often. But you still see it. Jogador. Who's he being linked with? You said Manchester United. Yeah, but Rossi, we've seen this before. Wasn't Amad Diallo absolutely killing it for Sunderland? And then next thing you know, he came to the Premier League and he's been getting sunned. Dortmund are interested in him. Diallo's good. Yeah, right. Just because he's better than Garnacho and your other wingers doesn't make him a good player. Ahmad lacks physicality. That is a good point, Rossi. That is obvious. Yeah, this guy has it for sure in abundance. No, but Chad, don't disrespect Championship. It's a tough league. Cold. Was that fine? Sorry, Richie. Wait, so MC says, as a football coach, can you explain why left-footed players, more specifically defenders, are more in demand? Is it due to the rarity? Well, statistically speaking, MC, I think the split between right-footed and left-footed players is 80-20. Now, genetically speaking, left-footed players are more likely... Let me see. Football... Well, let's say right-footed versus left-footed split percentage. I think it's 80-20. 75%. 79% are right-footed. So let's say 80-20. 80% are right-footed, 20% are left-footed. Genetically speaking, left-footed players can strike the ball better than right-footed players on average. So therefore, left-footed players are more likely to become attacking players than defensive players. So from this 20% split, we're probably talking like 15 to 5% that is more likely to be in the attacking side. Therefore, defensive left-footed players decrease even more. So the ones that are available, they obviously are in more demand. Players like Bastoni, Gavardiol, who then are able to also play with the ball at their feet, which to be fair, most left-footed players are, it makes them even more in demand. And it's the same for left-backs as well, versus right-backs. How are top-level players not two-footed? You're so stupid. What do you mean, how are top-level players not two-footed? Unless you Ousmane Dembele, it's almost impossible to be two-footed. Like you always will have a weak foot and a strong foot. You can train your weak foot to become very strong, but it's basically impossible to get it to the level of your strong foot, no matter how much you train. What's this, Richie? Current coaches from the same country as the league. Serie A 16, La Liga 14, Bundesliga 9, Ligue 1 9, Premier League 2. Yeah, it's what we're talking about. It's everything. Listen, all you have to do is, I was seeing tweets this morning. If you want to know why there's never been a Premier League manager that's won the Premier League that was English, or why England haven't won a World Cup since 1966, all you have to look at is some of the Luke Littler tweets that I was seeing on my timeline. Yeah, at least this guy's this guy's putting it in some kind of like perspective, but you know, they're putting him on the same level as Pele. You know, look at this stuff. Greatest 16-year-old sportsman ever if he goes all the way. This is who they're claiming is the greatest sports athlete ever produced or ever seen. And then you wonder why you see stuff like this. Sorry. Or whatever you had sent me. I think I deleted it. We're in a situation where they have a full-blown crisis. Most young English people, they can relate more to him than relate to, let's say, Jude Bellingham. For them, it's a lot easier to relate to him than to him. Dirty P4, overweight, loves drinking, loves eating, plays a sport that requires little to no athletic ability. They can't relate to him, but they can relate to him. So it's a full-blown crisis. Make no mistake about it. It's a full-blown crisis. And it's going to be a step-by-step process how we solve this. You know, we've seen it firsthand from my chat. You know, these guys were more excited to watch the darts than more excited to watch the football. Football we're talking about, not tennis. Even though tennis absolutely clears darts, football. So it's a step-by-step process that is extremely concerning. I believe I have to play a big part in it. We have to make people, unfortunately, kids, fall in love with the sport of football again. EAFC, EA Sports, FIFA have unfortunately played a big part in making people, the upcoming generations, fall out of love with the sport of football. They think that's what football is. Delayed, stuck in the mud, no skill gap. But it is my duty, it is my responsibility to make football games fun again. To make football games the absolute #1 video game in the world. It is my responsibility. It's ridiculous that you can go and you can browse the section of Twitch, and it's absolutely crazy to me that all these games are ahead of a football game. It's bonkers. It's a farce. It's a complete and utter farce. What the fuck am I seeing here? You know? But alas, that's on me. So it's step by step. But it doesn't mean that others also haven't got a big part to play. In England, it's very bad. It's very, very bad at the moment. And I'm not exactly sure what the solution is going to be, the full-blown solution. But I know it's step by step. So we'll see what happens. Thank you, Nathan, for the 40. The modeling, I haven't had as much time as I've wanted to, but I'm in talks with Calvin Klein again at the moment, and hopefully we can sort something for the summer, some kind of summer shoot. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you for the 2 years. Happy New Year to you as well.
For Autismo. Hope you and the family had a great Christmas. Kurt for Autismo.
Yeah, rest assured. Is EAFC also at fault for climate change? I don't think climate change exists. I think it's a myth. I'm colder than I've never felt this much cold before. They talk global warming and the world is warming. I don't buy into it whatsoever, man. For me, I've been alive for 30 years. I've never felt more of this cold. Never. You see a storm every single weekend in the UK. You see games threatening to be postponed every single weekend. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So dumb. You always say that every single time we have this discussion. I don't understand why you can't understand my point. You're lying. Dragosin came off. No way. Dragosin came off. Reguilon came on. That's crazy. Is it Spence center back? Are you sure, chat? It does seem like Reguilon left back. Yeah, you're right. It's Spence center back. Spurs have a midfielder and a fullback playing center backs. It's easy to say Anjout in it, but like this crisis is crazy. Ooh. Foul. That should have been a foul. Foul. I didn't think I'd see a worse defender than Disaster than I was Dragosin. Yeah, sure thing, bro. Dragosin absolutely clears Disaster, you freak. That's never a penalty. I've noticed a lot more goals have been scored in the opening minutes of the game this season. Do you have an explanation for this phenomenon? There's no doubt that certain managers like to start the game really well by ensuring that they tell their players to pile the pressure and up it up immediately from the get-go. You can catch certain players napping. Me personally, when I used to play football, I was a bit of a slow starter. It happens. Like sometimes I start and I need to feel the game before I get into it. So you can definitely capitalize on those types of players who need a little bit of time to get into the game. So if you put the pressure immediately, you can get some nice, cheap, easy goals. Speak on your boy Dragosin. What? Wait, what? You guys are acting like Dragosin was disastrous in the first half. He could have dealt better with the second goal, no doubt about it. But other than that, he kept Isaac relatively quiet. They don't know though, Mr. Hobbsy. They don't understand. They don't know that there's a virus that spread in Spurs, unfortunately. Dragosin was even ill starting the game. He wasn't even fit to play. I don't know what this referee is doing here, I'll be real. It's almost like his logic is like, let's just let the game go and see what happens. Solanke has been a handful for the Newcastle's defenders. Here he is again. Good defending by Botman though. Lovely defending. Game is opening up. We should get the third one, I think, for Newcastle very soon. Here's Isaac with the ball. Porro clears, but it doesn't go far away. Isaac had the ball again. Easy. I haven't liked Isaac today, chat. I have liked Bruno, I'll tell you that. Isaac looks a little bit lackluster. We know, we've already seen it. In today's football, who is similar to you when you played? I'd probably say Frankie de Jong is the closest. Son isn't fully fit either, obviously, hence why he didn't start. Lovely ball. Gordon to Lewis Hall with lovely Lewis Hall assist. Corner Newcastle. Aren't you way taller than De Jong? I am taller than him, yeah. You guys are so sad. Oh! That could have been it. So good. Your thoughts on Evan Ferguson's downfall? Very surprising, you know. I don't know if there's some other reasons that we don't know about that have caused us, but he's still very, very young. He can turn it around. He may have to leave Brighton. But it looked like he had everything required to be a top striker. But sometimes it happens. Could be external reasons that we don't know. Injuries definitely play a part. Can I get your thoughts on the possible deal of Mullen to Villa? He may not be the best choice, but I think he will fit in. I think he will be similar to how Moussa Diaby was for you guys. Electric pace, very direct player, so I like the deal. They do frostbite, that's why he has to leave. How much for Bissek? He's not for sale, little bro. He's been good. He's been really good. Lucas Bergvall. For me, I'm very surprised that I've been saying since the start of the season why Sarr gets so much more game time than Bergvall. I don't get it. Obviously, Bergvall is still very, very young, but there's a player there. Obviously, Barcelona were interested. Inter were interested. He chose Spurs. Oh, lucky. Do you, D-Power? Do you have context with Evan? You think he's heading to France? Oh my days, Evan Ferguson to Marseille? To reunite with De Zerbi? Oh! Porro post. Sorry, Johnson post. Incredible. Post Spurs. Wow. Wow. Spurs are still alive here. Wow. Again, Lewis Hall has to be stronger. I think he's been very poor today. Very, very poor. Why would you go to Milan, Triple? Out anyway. Out anyway. Out anyway. Reminder, the split for this game was dominant towards Newcastle. 64%, myself included, went with a Newcastle win.
Kind sir, do you agree with this lineup for Arsenal later on?
Goal kick. Goal kick. Keep it up. That's a goal kick, man. Then there's Palace versus Chelsea, which is 5 points each. Palace or draw, Chelsea win. We've got City versus West Ham. West Ham or draws worth 11 points. And then we've got Brighton versus Arsenal, which is approaching 50-50 split territory. Another corner. Much love, Sko. Thank you for the bits, kind sir. Out and away. Out and away. Out and away. Trouble. Here we go. Newcastle on the counter-attack. It's a 4 against 4. With Newcastle players flooding forward. Tonali. Lovely play. Gordon. Oh my days. Oh my days. I didn't bring you into my FPL to miss chances like that. He was onside as well because Archie played him on. That is shocking, chat. I'll be honest with you guys.
Good afternoon, sir. Can't wait for us to give City a huge boost in their
Wow.
title race today. Pep is back.
Lineups are coming out. Do you agree with this Arsenal lineup for later on? Surely it's the same team, no? Rice right back. Oh yeah, because Timber's suspended. He better not play Partey right back, man. It's a dreadful watch. Hammers. Attention, Gordon again. Penalty. Penalty. Now the game has to be stopped because of a head injury. Yeah, he's got blood. That's a penalty. That's a penalty. It's clear as day. What more do you want? He's busted wide open. That's a clear penalty from Kulusevski. Elbowed him in the hand. That's a penalty. I mean, if this doesn't get given, you could say it's accidental, but it's a. Oh, I mean, fuck. Oh. This gives us a chance to look at some lineups. Let's look at Chelsea's. Sanchez, Gusto, Tosin. Wait, no, that's not Tosin. That's the new signing they brought in. Achacha Bakampong. Apparently he was playing in Boca Juniors, was he? I can't remember. Colwell, Cucurella, Caicedo, Enzo, Neto, Palmer, Sancho, Jackson. He's from the academy. Nah. He's not from the academy. They brought that guy back from somewhere. That's not Asalimpo. Oh, is it? Oh, he is from the academy. I got them mixed up. I mean, look at these guys putting question marks. As though Chelsea haven't got so many players. These have fucking 1,000 players, man. It's freaking illegal. Oh, here we go. The big boys are coming on. Madison and Son. And Bissouma. I can't know. It's impossible. Too many players. Let's see Man City's lineup. Ortega, Rico Lewis, Akanji, Ake Gvardiol, Kovacic, De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Savinho, Foden, and Erling Haaland. So it's the same team that won against Leicester. No way. He's took off Bergvall and the Spurs fans are booing. Incredible. And they're giving Bergvall a standing ovation. What is Ange doing? He's taken off Lucas Bergvall, who was Spurs' best player. He has to go, surely. What the fuck? What is Ange doing? Nah, listen, Spurs fans, enough is enough, man. You gotta bring in Ten Hag. He's available, come on, man. This is absolutely ludicrous what we're seeing here. Crazy, man. Ten Hag will win you at least the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup guaranteed immediately. Probably Europa League as well. Poor Gordon. This is the philosophy of made ball. You take your best player out equals more chaos. I just don't understand that decision. It just doesn't make sense. The way he's handled Lucas Bergvall all season doesn't make any sense. Uh-oh. Oh. Attention. %100%. CCFC, you're so stupid, honestly, bro. That have more chance than with Ange, that's for sure. After I lost the points I lost yesterday, I'm a little bit concerned. And I don't know if you want to speak too soon, but I feel like Newcastle should make a push to try and end the game. Do you have a P.O. box here? I would like to send you an Adriano shirt for the background. Oh, you're too kind, Bruce. No, I don't have a P.O. box. Don't worry, we're gonna fill the background already. We have like a bunch of tier lists that I've made that I'm gonna fill. Gonna fill all the background with. He's better at dealing with aerial balls than Vicario, I'll tell you that much, this keeper. And better than Fraser Forster as well. Uh-oh, he's down injured. Now then, hang on a minute, because if he cannot continue here, unless I'm mistaken, I doubt Spurs have a... Is it... Alfie Whiteman is the other goalkeeper. Look at this. Imagine English people chanting and respecting a German manager managing the English national team. What complete and utter woke nonsense. Games good, says Rossi. It's not about whether it's 1945 or 2025. It's about how sad is it that you invented the sport, but then you abandoned the sport by watching darts and playing that garbage-ass video game of yours instead of actually producing good managers. And then you have to resort to making a manager from your biggest rivals to manage your country. Very, very, very sad. And if that's not alarm bells ringing, I don't know what is. Attention! Oh, Kulusevski couldn't quite sort his feet out. Oh, Bruno. Faltas. Do you want Eddie? No. The best English manager is probably Potter. But obviously, all aren't good enough, unfortunately. Rossi says Carrick. Sean Dyche. Oh. Gary Neville. Big Sam. Nothing to do with that. It costs you a fortune to do your badges in England compared to other countries. No doubt about that, but that's excuses. To be a football manager at the highest level, you need to be obsessed with the sport. Yesterday, there were Juventus versus Milan, Valencia versus Real Madrid, but you choose to watch the darts. You have to be obsessed with the sport, otherwise you're not going to make it at the highest level. Attention. You only watch your league. That's it. You're not going to become a manager if you only watch one league. Gerrard was on course, but Gerrard, the problem obviously was when he went to Aston Villa, because what he done at Rangers was absolutely fantastic, and it's aging even better. Listen, I always thought Lampard was this. Lampard, look at Bruno, chat. He's ran the show today. Madre mia, que jugador. Lampard was always the smartest one in terms of IQ. I always thought he'd make it, and then even he completely failed. Are there any current British players you could perhaps see as eventually becoming good managers? That's the sad reality, right? Because generally speaking, the best managers are the ones that play in midfield, right? Because they have to have a high understanding of the game when playing. Look at English midfield. Look at England's midfield. Declan Rice, low IQ player, sideways. Madre mia. Could you imagine Declan Rice as manager? It'll be Louis van Gaal at Manchester United V2. Nothing but sideways and backwards passes all over the pitch. Dreadful to watch. Kobe Mino, obviously way too young. We don't know yet. Well, no, Jude Bellingham. But the position, Jude, I'm talking that deep defensive midfield, the deep lying playmaker that dictates. Jordan Henderson, low key. But he was clueless as a player, man. He just ran like an idiot. James Milner more than Henderson, I think. Milner more than Henderson. I agree about Milner. Again, not that Milner was like, you know. Lallana. Ooh, Lallana was a smart player. It could be one of those, you know. I don't know. Man said Palmer. Palmer will be the worst manager ever. Madison, you reckon? Here's Madison, unable to find Solanke. Newcastle fans, or Newcastle seem to be happy with the lead. They don't feel like Spurs are threatening enough at the moment, so they feel comfortable. Are there any Italian players that are close to end their career that could become very good managers? Jorginho. I always feel like Jorginho would be. Jorginho, Verratti could be. Bonucci's doing his licenses. He's obviously just retired. I don't know. Bonucci was bad as... Oh, my days, Joe Wellington. Balotelli. Could you imagine? Nah. Poor from Johnson. I'll be honest with you. I don't think Ange's subs have paid off so far. Bergvall was the heartbeat of the team. Yeah, Jorginho was good, definitely. Grealish. Could you imagine Grealish? Clueless. Lovely. Oh. Son somehow kept the ball alive. Oh. Trouble. Newcastle got 11 men behind the ball at the moment. Kane. I'll tell you this: the English players that have went to play in other leagues as well, they'll have a better chance. Oh. Ay. If it went down to IQ, who would be a better manager, Messi or Ronaldo? Neither will be great managers, but if I had to pick one, I would say Messi strictly because he wouldn't make it all about himself. The worst thing as a manager is if you make it all about yourself and you expect your players to do everything that you can, which is the problem that Thierry Henry had. Jose, you guys are stupid if you think Jose said what he says and done what he does to take pressure off players. He never genuinely meant anything. He'd say different things in the dressing room to what he says publicly. Ronaldo would legitimately make it all about himself. So Anthony Gordon's coming off. All in all, successful introduction to FPL this week for my team. He got the goal, the first goal, missed a good chance, and then got his nose busted open. So good evening, sir. Are you confident for Winter in the final after Milan's great performance last night? On Monday is going to be like a training session for us. The real final was on Thursday. Beating Atalanta, that was the tough game.
Dortmund fumbled the bag. When
No way, they had a
buyback
buyback clause. I didn't know that, easy. Oh, yeah, because he was there, wasn't he? When they sent him to Sociedad. Oh, shit.
Instead, lol.
Trouble. What a touch. Uh-oh. Free kick Spurs. Edge of the box. That's a good shout, Blewett. I think he would as well. Lamb sauce. Did you show your barber a photo of Yaya Toure? Doesn't even make sense. Was Pirlo a good manager? No. He failed. But then again, we're saying he failed. Let me tell you this. I enjoyed watching Pirlo's Juventus way more than Thiago Motta's Juventus. As a neutral, hypothetically. I'm not a neutral, but hypothetically. Juventus played much, much better football under Pirlo than they did under Motta, that's for sure. Rest assured. Corner. A live frostbite looking back. Because you went for Brillo, then you sacked him, then you went to Allegri, and then you're, oh, so we'll go back to defensive football. Now we want to play attacking football again, but we can't play attacking football. Trouble. Madre mia. Wow. He definitely hit that well. He got the curl as well. Ooh. Perfect technique. Gotta go out there quicker, yeah? Problems. It's been a poor second half from Newcastle overall. Poor second half from both teams, but I think Newcastle especially, like I said, they've approached the second half with the idea that we don't believe Spurs can score against us. They're too weak, which so far has worked for them. But I would have liked to have seen them have more of a go at least, because Isaac against Spence. Look at this. What a ball by Madison. Son. Trouble. Solanke. Kulusevski. Lovely play. They're trying almost the perfect goal here. I can't believe it. That was like watching a certain Kato 411 on a football pitch, on a video football game, of course, because it was one of those where they're looking to score the perfect goal. It was almost too pretty. They had opportunities to shoot the ball, but they didn't. It was total football. Incredible scenes. Look at this. Tick, tack, tick, tack. Wow. Who would you say are the Champions League favourites as of now? Gotta be Inter. But I think Atletico will win. I hope McTominay does the half-decent thing and absolutely clatters into De Gea today. Rossi. Scotty McTee put on an absolute all-timer in the Europa League final, only to be let down by the Spanish Slenderman. Rossi. Corner against Spurs. Won these points, we're gonna have to survive. Out anyway. Is there a head injury? Yeah. Tonali himself isn't happy because he was the one on the counter attack. I do believe this rule is going to have to be revisited. This stop the play when there's a head injury. But back in my day, there was no such rule, and the sport survived. You know. We've obviously seen certain players like Pedro Neto abusing this rule. And it's very, very dangerous because how do you stop players from abusing it? How can you determine if they're faking it? It's going to be very, very tough. So as a player, if I clear the ball, let's say, away from a corner, but the ball away from a cross, but the ball then falls back to the opposition again, and they're in a dangerous position. To stop me from throwing myself to the ground and holding my head. Oh, Isaac's not happy. No, he picks up a needless yellow card, which cost me there in FPL. 7 Premier League games in a row he scored. Can he break Jamie Vardy's record? Stay tuned. Newcastle's next fixtures are very, very good. To stop players from breaking the rules, you ban them, like EA did to your sorry arse after getting retired by a teenager. I am sick of this head injury rule, says Rossi. I have the perfect way to fix it. If you go down and the game has to be stopped for a head injury, you should be forced to go off the pitch and do a head injury assessment. That's what they do in rugby. Ah, so you're saying you have to play with a man less. I don't know though, Rossi, man. What if it's a legitimate one? And if it's a legitimate head injury, you're saying that you have to play with 10 men for a certain duration. You have a temporary sub. No. They fired Ten Hag, but Ange is still coaching funny Spurs. And for me, you can definitely show sympathy towards Spurs, right? Or towards Ange because of the amount of injuries that he has had. However, what is the excuse for taking Bergvall off in the 60-something minute today? You can say, sure, he hasn't played many 90-minute games this season, but you don't take off your best player. If then his performance starts to decrease, then sure, take him off. Bergvall, before he came off, was Spurs' best player. So these are the types of decisions to me which I cannot really sympathize. And he's always been a bit of a weirdo when it comes to substitutions. He's taken off Son before when Son was playing well, you know, Madison, Kulu, so on and so forth. Have you though, Rump? You created one legitimate chance. Only really in the last 10 minutes. What? They're saying 10 minutes, surely not. They're saying 10 minutes of added time. Ain't it crazy that some people still think this is not the best Bruno in the Prem? He's been the best Bruno in the Prem since he arrived. Sure, the last season he wasn't that great, but in terms of general footballing ability, Bruno Guimaraes, definitely better than Bruno Fernandes. Kurt robbing leaderboard points, not in you. Me robbing leaderboard. Yesterday I got robbed of 15. 15 points I got robbed of. Yeah, 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I have been to Malta and public transport is horrible. How do you live in Malta with no driver's license? I don't really leave my house that often. Because at the moment, obviously, I'm entirely focused on goals. Defender, Botman's coming off. Tack. Barcelona confirmed they will go to CSD court for Dani Olmo and Pau Victor registration cases. Incredible. Wow. What a complete and utter farce. So the only way we're going to see Dani Olmo play is in the Champions League. Messi nuke. Yeah, we've seen this already. Lionel Messi, the White House states, is the most decorated player in the history of professional football. He supports health and education programs for children worldwide through his Leo Messi Foundation and serves as a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador. It's a shame it's Biden though. Low-key, it would have been so much colder if it was Trump and Messi. But it's fine. There'll be a picture of Trump and Messi in 2026 when Trump hands Messi his second World Cup trophy to lift. Exactly. Meanwhile, Ronaldo can't get in without being arrested. Attention. Ah. Yeah. Yeah. He's so shit, Brennan Johnson. No matter how many tap-in goals he scores, he will always be shit. No. Oh my days. I think that's a corner. No corner. Since you are so busy with goals, do you have time to go out for groceries? Yeah, of course, bro. Relax. Imagine if I... Don't kill me. Man of the match for you, Bruno Guimaraes. He completely bossed that first half. Oh, here we go for the spoiler. Harvey Barnes. You have a left foot, mate. You realize that, right? Such a low IQ player, man. Honking player, man. Spurs' goalkeeper got man of the match. What? You're lying. What? What's Reguilon doing? It's a corner, you moron. Oh, Lord. The Newcastle fans, rightfully so, serenading Bruno Guimaraes. Che giocatore. Yeah, I can't really leave VFA. Ali McCoist gave man of the match to the Spurs keeper. Was it him? Fucking hell. Ali McCoist, you know. It's a shame as well because he was a top player, Ali. Very underrated. People don't know. Twice in a row, he won the European Golden Boot. And unfortunately, it was during a period where they weren't handing out the official trophy, but I think they did end up giving it to him. Do you know our goalkeeper Stankovic, who's unknown from Inter? Yeah. Dehansan, the one that saved Lukaku's penalty. That's a ball. Oh my god, that was it. Spurs haven't really been able to create a clear-cut chance. It was the same two players that combined for the first goal. Poro to Solanke, but it was straight at the goalkeeper. Thankfully for those of us that have back the Newcastle win. You should play Squid Game Roblox. Of course, you're asking about gaming again while the football is on, you pathetic dweeb. You sad excuse of a human being. Ugly ass motherfucker. Man said fucking Roblox. Sick twisted freak. Lovely. Here we go again. Ma che giocatore. And look who's there again. He hasn't stopped running, Tonali, since minute 1. Oh,
18 months, sir, and I am halfway through my serving period for the military. Can't wait to be back to watching your streams and footy again. Have a good day, sir.
Cold, Phantom. Cold, sir. Cold. I'm so proud of you. We're all so proud of you. Make sure you finish that. And we'll all be awaiting your return, kind sir. Who in your chat would you be the first to be eliminated in Squid Games? It's a tough question to answer. I'll probably say that Ibrahim Sanchez geezer will probably trip over himself in that freaking red light, green light immediately within like seconds. That fat pig. He'll shit himself. Referee, whenever you're ready, we've played an extra 10 minutes. No, keep it calm. Keep it. Incredible. Newcastle about to make it 5 Premier League wins in a row. Or is it 6? It may be 6. Speaking about 6, that's exactly the amount of points we're gonna get. Those of us that have backed Newcastle, that is. Spurs suffer defeat. This is the man of the match, apparently. Ange Spurs will suffer defeat yet again, unless Whenever you're ready, ref. Referee. Referee. Lovely play. Madre mia. It's these two. Referee. Yes, we have Kaib. So proud of him. Ref. He's not blowing his whistle. It's 2 minutes past the allocated time. What is going on? Ref. Nah, Tonali. Careful, careful, careful. Oh my days, he's given offside. What am I seeing, by the way? Where's the extra 2 minutes come from? What is this? Play until Spurs freaking equalize. I don't understand. Finally, it is all over. Newcastle make it 6 in a row. The spoiler picks up 6 points. Not quite an accurate spoiler, but we'll take the points nonetheless. FPL flying. Who knows ball leaderboard flying, and we really should be flying even more in that competition. But obviously what happened yesterday in the Real Madrid-Valencia game, unfortunately, put a dent. But either way, made ball loses again. Yes. Let's call it like it is. Newcastle's first goal obviously should not have stood. However, I got the feeling, chat, that Newcastle were comfortable. Like, even if this goal didn't stand, I really got the feeling that Newcastle would have upped it up and they would have scored in the second half if they needed to score. They were comfortable and they played like that. You know, they didn't get the third one, but it was a composed performance from them, showing that Newcastle mentally are definitely much stronger than Spurs. It was a clear discrepancy here. For me, man of the match is Bruno Guimaraes. I thought he was absolutely sensational. As was Tonali, who also never stopped running. I don't think Newcastle obviously were at their best. I thought Isaac was poor. I thought Lewis Hall was really poor as well, especially by his recent standards. Gordon should have made it 2-0. But with the Botman back in there as well, they looked assured. With Spurs, listen, he somehow got man of the match for conceding 2 goals. Sure, he looked better than Fraser Forster, but like, what kind of woke nonsense is this, giving man of the match to a goalkeeper who conceded 2 and made 2 saves? I don't understand. Pedro Porro showing yet again why he's such a confusing player to judge. He's a wing-back, he's not a full-back. He can't defend, but obviously he can put in those dangerous crosses. which created the clear-cut chances for Spurs. He was good at centre-back, by the way, second half. Not that he was really threatened. The problem is this one. I thought he was Spurs' best player. And he came off minute 62. I didn't understand that decision personally. I really didn't. And the way Ange has handled him all season long, I don't get that. I really don't understand that. For me, it's perplexing. I don't know how Sarr gets so many more minutes than him, or has had so many more minutes than him this season. It's weird. It's certain decisions which make me question the manager. When it comes to the rankings, I think for Spurs, it's pretty obvious yet again who the flops were. Brennan Johnson. This player, chat, irritates the fuck out of me. I'll be honest with you. One of those players that I don't despise many players, but I despise this fucker. I really despise this sheep shaker, because let me tell you something. Scoring a couple of tap-ins here and there, and all of a sudden people start glazing him. I can't freaking stand it. I really can't. He's one of the lowest IQ footballers I've ever seen. The only thing he has is he's quick, so he can get in positions ahead of certain other players, and oftentimes he's at the right place at the right time. But for me, chat, he shouldn't be playing for Spurs. He at best, he's a bottom half. Well, Spurs are currently a bottom half Premier League team, but even lower team. Terrible. When he's still starting football matches, you know, obviously Spurs have big problems. And I thought Solanke was good even aside from the goal, but he didn't have much service. Kulu wasn't at his very best today. Not quite flop worthy, but wasn't at his very best. And obviously it was pretty clear, I think, that Son was still ill, because he didn't really come on and light up the pitch. But he's been like that all season. He's obviously declined as a player. My question to Spurs fans is as follows. Jose got sacked for less. Antonio Conte got sacked for much less. It's now 10 defeats in the Premier League. You've lost half of the matches you've played. When is enough? Like, I get that it's not all his fault. I really understand that it's not all his fault. But when you look at the managers that are free agents, and in particular at the top of the list is Mr. Hug, surely you pull the trigger to ensure that you don't lose out on Erik ten Hag. For me, I'm sure Erik would accept the opportunity and he'll accept the job. Erik is eager to get back into management. He's achieved way more than Ange ever has. He's a serial winner. There's talks about Thomas Frank, sure, but then you have to deal with Brentford and this and that. Iraola, fantastic manager, but would Iraola really be willing to go this season? I don't think so. I'll acknowledge that it's not the managers that definitely are entirely at fault at Spurs, because we've seen what Nuno Espirito Santo has been doing since he left Spurs. We've seen Jose win trophies since he left Spurs. We've seen Antonio Conte currently second in the Serie A with Napoli. So it's obviously not the managers that are the problem. It's definitely management and Levy in particular who have, I think, made a bit of a mess. However, this irks me. It irks me because for me, I grew up with the mentality that if you can't win a football match, you make sure you don't lose it, because that builds up the mentality in your players to hate losing matches. The Spurs fans at the moment, for them, they must feel indifferent. They've lost more than they've won or drawn. So they've become accustomed to losing matches. And you can't end up in that situation if you're a supposed top team. You have to hate and despise losing. They love it now because they're used to it. Or not love it, but it doesn't affect them. They're used to it. So it's concerning. Regarding Newcastle, by the way, I don't want to hear Eddie being praised, because I'll ask the question again. If I'm not mistaken, it started in and around here. So we had Longstaff still starting football matches the last time Newcastle lost. Since Tonali came into the team, which was properly the 14th of December when he was starting football matches week in, week out. It may have been a little bit earlier as well, because I do remember, I think was he playing this one? Yeah, he was playing this one. So it was something like this. But that was against Liverpool. Where would Newcastle be in the table? I mean, how on earth did he really think that Longstaff is better than Tonali? And it's not like, oh, this is Tonali's first season. I mean, he's been there training since the ban and stuff. So I don't understand. And my question is, how many more points would Newcastle have if Tonali was starting instead of Longstaff? I honestly think we're looking at least 5 more points. And I'm being generous. I'm trying not to exaggerate, but I think at least 5 more points. At least. I honestly think they would be somewhere here, which is incredible to me. So I don't want to hear all this praise towards Eddie. Good news as well for my FPL. Gordon gets us 7. Isaac gets us 5. Lewis unfortunately only gets us 2 points. But we're cooking. We transferred in Gordon and he's already delivered. A1 says, I'm revealing an early spoiler of 4-1 City and 2-1 Chelsea, sir. Oh, interesting, A1. Interesting. We can reveal everything in circa 10 minutes. I'll reveal all the upcoming spoilers. But we have, for the leaderboard purposes, it's Palace, Chelsea, and City, West Ham. A1 is predicting wins for both Chelsea and Manchester City. That's what I'm saying in UFC. Goggles, who did you captain in your FPL this week? I'm not in a league with this fucker, so I can't see his team. No Salah against the worst team in the league is a war crime. Potentially, but I'm banking Haaland to lead me today. So who did you captain? Do you have Salah captain, I assume, then? I've been doing well, man. I'm happy. It's just Salah has fucked me over so many times, but it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable at all. For Newcastle, I want to put Bruno Guimaraes in this team of the week. Fantastic performance. I'm 882nd in Arteta's. Are you actually? 800 and... Oh shit, you're above me. Wait, can I search? I must be able to. Where's the search? It's probably easier if we look at the... Oh shit. $882nd, you know. There he is. What a template team, honestly. I swear I seen one of the like FPL accounts tweet this on my timeline. This exact team, I'm not even exaggerating. He's actually got Salah and Haaland in the same team. I'm not even exaggerating. The exact same team, player for player for player. Man, that is actually crazy. He's paying for FPL Premium 100%. That's literally the most template team that you'll see. He still doesn't have Isaac though, but wait, you're in the Jamodo League. You're in the Jamodo League. Where's that loser? Jamodo. He's not even at near the top of his own league. He's so shit. He's 44. Wait, what? Oh shit. He's actually a fucking nerd, isn't he? Look at them. They all have the same fucking team, chat. They all have the 4-3-3 template. Where are you? Bro, I've struggled a bit because of the Salah situation. But look at me. I'm rocking an attacking 3-4-3, you know, with Strand Larson and stuff. Everybody just has Salah, and Salah just bails them out, and they think they're good at FPL. We'll see when Salah stops delivering as much as he currently is, when he's obviously overperforming. You're 400 places behind him. It's a long season, bro. We're literally halfway there, chat. Only today are we starting to get matches of teams playing against each other again.
Okay,
what are you
have
sending
a good
me?
day. Bye. Love you.
That's not even funny. That's absent.
I am him. Business, bro. He's saying stone like rock. I came with a brand new book. Like man, have guys all shot down like Uzi, but this thing rock.
Don't hate me cause you
Who the
ain't
fuck
me.
uses YouTube shorts
Don't
anyways,
hate me
man?
cause you ain't me.
Where's the fast forward thing on? Chad, this is going to be a little bit awkward because I'm going to see him again, I think, next week in Milan. I think I'm going to wear the same shirt. But bro, Prime Kurt had that look in his face. Ruthless individual. Monk Fatty. Fuck, we're talking about yours. Mother. Can I start revealing? 5 minutes, 5 minutes. Yeah, give me 5 minutes. Let me do a cheeky. Let's do a cheeky pyramid. Let me get a pyramid before I'll spoil. Or do you want to do a? Nah. Let me do the pyramid first. Oh, this will be tough. Which Ferdinand is that? Oh, Rio Ferdinand. He's got to be up there, innit? He's got to be up there. Cavani will be at the bottom. I'm getting a lot of defenders here. Oh, it's all defenders. That's just fucking bullshit, man. It's all defenders. So that makes number one relatively easy. But this is going to be, I mean... It's gonna be really tough, chat. I'll be really tough, man. I mean, virtually impossible. Because remember, Arteta was at Everton as well. But I don't think Arteta would have gone... You know, we know how many goals Manchester United have scored, right? We know how many goals Arsenal have scored. Carrick has the Premier League longevity over Vieira, so I may go Carrick 2, Vieira 3. We know Kyle Walker at early days was overlapping, and he was always part of very high-scoring teams. Would Walker, based on pure longevity, be ahead of Vieira? I think he could, nah? What do you guys think of that? Or is that nonsense? Nah, that looks... Nah, this doesn't look right to me. This looks more right. Nah, but he's got the... Nah, I think it's like this. Then obviously Ashley Cole... Would Ashley Cole have assisted more than Arteta? Overlapping for Chelsea. Chelsea would have scored more goals. I'm going yes. United also scored more goals. Evra, Arteta. But I don't think Evra... Terry would have assisted. He would have had a lot of those like corners that he may have nodded on to someone else. And he had good passing range, Terry, more than Rio, so I'd put Terry there. Cavani, Rio, I mean, based on just pure longevity, I'm going Rio 9th, Cavani 10th. But obviously Cavani played further up. I think I'm looking like this. I'm pretty confident about this actually. I don't think I've messed up here. Evra was more attacking than Ashley Cole, but Ashley Cole had more longevity. Arteta's the one that could be tough. Arteta's one that's going to be tough to judge. I'm going Arteta ahead of Evra and Ashley Cole, actually. Fuck it. I'm doing it like that. I'm putting Walker high because Walker played for City and Spurs and Walker was overlapping. Quite. Nah, but he can't be ahead of Vieira. Nah. I'm doing it like this. Vieira would have also combined a bit more than Carrick would. Carrick played deeper than Vieira, chat. That's also true. But in Vieira's Arsenal scored just more goals than Carrick's United. Then Carrick ended up playing under Louis van Gaal and stuff like that. So the United would have been scoring many goals. I'm still gonna have Carrick there though, longevity. Nah, I can't. I'm doing like this. This one is also not sitting right with me. I'm switching them to. I'm locking in. Nah. I'm locking in. 04, locking in. Imagine this flash is all green, man. Oh my days. So Carrick had more than Vieira, which I said, but Arteta had more than both. Oh, IMC, we're getting so close. So it's the midfielders that honestly, it's the Arteta one that I underestimated. I didn't expect Arteta to have... Because my logic was obviously Everton, but yeah, Everton under Moise, him, Arteta to Fellaini, Arteta to Osman, Arteta to Yakubu, that kind of stuff. Yeah. And I Carrick ahead of Vieira. I should have kept that one. Not that it would have made a difference in the greens, because shit, Walker had more than Vieira though, chat. So realistically, all I had to do was just switch Arteta and Vieira. Madre mia. Wow, man. Arteta took set pieces. Wow. MC says this should be a tough game, sir. I think it will be a narrow 2-1 victory. So, without further ado,